She took the leftovers. That's what broke me. Not the gossip, not the sneers, not even the whispered doubts about my future. No, it was when she silently walked over to the table after skipping the farewell breakfast completely and scooped up the leftovers like she had every right to them. That's when something in me cracked. Let me take you back. I'm 25, a lab tech. I've spent the last few years working in a research lab where whispers travel faster than data. It's the kind of place where secrets don't stay secret, where smiles hide judgment, and everyone's got something to say, but never to your face. So when I started applying to medical school, I told no one. Not my work friends, not even the people I trusted most. I couldn't bear the weight of their doubt, or worse, their silent hopes that I would fail. I kept my head down, focused, waited. Then one day, I got the email. The kind that makes your heart skip, then slam. I had gotten in. Medical school. My dream, my future. I told my boss first, put in my 2-week notice, and that's when the whispers began. Most of my coworkers were thrilled for me. They signed a big farewell card. One even bought a cake. My boss planned a farewell breakfast for the whole lab. It should have felt like a celebration, a victory, but not everyone showed up. There was one woman. She's been there longer than anyone else. Around 55, sharp eyes, sharper tongue. For some reason, she never liked me. I don't know what I did to offend her, but she always seemed to find ways to undercut me. Subtle comments during meetings, exaggerated sighs when I asked questions, side eyes when I spoke up. She didn't come to the breakfast, didn't sign the card, didn't say congratulations. But when we all left the break room, she went in, took the leftover food, like it belonged to her, like it didn't mean anything, like I didn't mean anything. It stung, but I let it go. Until I found out what else she'd been saying. Apparently, she'd been huffing and puffing all week, complaining that I was getting too much attention, mocking the way people called me doctor as a joke, telling anyone who would listen that she didn't think I could make it in med school. Not once, twice, maybe more. She said it loud enough for others to hear, tried to rope them into agreeing. No one did. They just stayed out of it, and I don't blame them. But I burned. I burned with rage, with shame, with this sudden, irrational need to defend myself, even though I knew I had nothing to prove. She didn't matter. She had no power over my future. But still, I couldn't shake the bitterness. I wanted to confront her, to look her in the eye and say, "Why do you hate me so much?" To curse her out, to give her a taste of the venom she'd been leaking into my final days. But I didn't. I held it in. I carried it home. And now, I'm wondering if I should have let it out. Here's the thing. This woman isn't just mean. She's bitter, angry. Something about my leaving, my growing, triggered something in her. Maybe it was jealousy. Maybe it was fear. Maybe it was regret. I don't know her story. I don't know what dreams she buried. But I became a reminder of them. And that made me a target. The mature thing, the professional thing, is to walk away. Smile. Say thank you. Leave with my dignity. But part of me, some stubborn, exhausted, deeply hurt part of me, feels like she doesn't deserve my silence. That maybe I should have said something. Not for revenge, but for me. Because this woman tried to humiliate me in front of my peers. She questioned my worth, dismissed my work, mocked my future, and not once to my face. I keep replaying the moment in my head. Not the confrontation, I never had it, but the imaginary one. The version where I say, "You don't get to define me. You don't get to steal my joy." But I didn't say it. I just let her take the leftovers and go. So now, I'm left with this question. If I had said something, if I had let the anger out, would I be the asshole? Because the truth is, maybe I would have felt better. Maybe I would have walked away lighter. Maybe I wouldn't still be thinking about it. But maybe not. Maybe silence was the stronger choice. Maybe letting her stew in her own bitterness, while I chase a dream she can't touch, is the most powerful response of all. Still, the question lingers. So, am I the asshole? There's a moment we all face when someone's pettiness tries to poison our joy, when we feel the burn of injustice deep in our chest, and every instinct screams, "Fight back." But sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is walk away. This story isn't just about a toxic coworker. It's about what we carry and what we choose to leave behind. It's about understanding that not every insult deserves a reply, and not every wound needs to be avenged. And yet, it's also about honoring your anger, recognizing that your pain is real, that it matters, because this wasn't just a workplace conflict. It was a collision of two lives, one rising, one stuck, one rooted in hope, the other in fear. And when those two forces meet, there's always fallout. So here's what I want to ask you, listeners. Have you ever walked away from someone who tried to drag you down? Did you feel stronger? Or did it leave you with unfinished business? And if you did speak up, what did it cost you? And was it worth it? Let us know in the comments. Because at the end of the day, we all carry these stories. And sometimes, just sharing them is how we finally put them down. This is AITA Stories, where every question might not have an answer, but every voice deserves to be heard. See you next time.